Hi, and welcome to the Lost Levels review of Guardians of the Galaxy, the new movie that made an astronomical $94 million on its opening weekend. Astronomical is a joke there, it's a pun, it's whatever, you get it. Now, this is a new movie by Marvel, and it's a little different from what we're used to seeing from Marvel, just because it's a completely different cast of characters that we're used to seeing. It's not Iron Man, it's not the Hulk, it's not Captain America. It's not those characters that we've come to love and look forward to seeing in movies. It's these five new characters who are guarding the galaxy. The first of which is Peter Quill, who is played by Chris Pratt. Now, going into this movie, I was a little concerned that we'd be seeing Chris Pratt play the same character that we're used to seeing on Parks and Rec, but he actually plays a great job at playing Peter Quill. Andy is kind of this dumb character, but Peter Quill is a smart ass, just kind of rogue character, and Chris Pratt does a great job of portraying that. And then you have Gamora, who's played by Zoe Saldana, who's also a very complex character in her own right. Can't really go too far into her because it kind of reaches some spoiler territory, and we want to save you from that. In addition to her, we have Drax, who's played by David Bautista, who is this big, buff, very intimidating character who takes things way too literally and is hilarious because of it. And after him, you have the two CGI characters, which are my favorite from the movie. You have Rocket Raccoon and Groot. Groot is the muscle behind Rocket Raccoon, and they're played by Bradley Cooper and Vin Diesel, respectively. They're kind of this dynamic duo that gets stuff done together, and it's always fun seeing them on the screen. All these characters are fun seeing on the screen, and once they start to get together and they start to mesh as a cohesive team, it's so much fun seeing them together and banter and just be awesome together. And while most of these characters are very humorous in their own regard, you also get a chance to see a much deeper side of them, a much more serious side of them. Most surprisingly is Rocket Raccoon, he's a raccoon. He's a CGI raccoon who shoots guns and is a smartass. But there's this one scene where he breaks down and he explains the strife and the turmoil that he's gone throughout his life to get him to the point he's at, and you start to feel really bad about the character. You start to care about him, and you develop this sense of compassion for him. I never thought I'd feel compassion for a CGI raccoon, but Marvel pulls it off. So congrats, Marvel. You've stumped me on my own emotions. I didn't know that was possible. But Bradley Cooper and Vin Diesel do a great job of voice acting, especially Vin Diesel, whose character says, "I am Groot." That's all he says, but he says it in all these different inflections that really make you understand what he's trying to say and what he's feeling at the moment, and it's impressive. So big props to Vin Diesel for his voice acting. So those are the Guardians, those are our heroes, those are the people that we're rooting for. So who are we not rooting for? Well, we got Ronan, and then we got Thanos. They're part of the same team. Ronan is he has his own agenda. There's this peace treaty that they don't really go much into, but he's not a fan of the peace treaty, and he just kind of wants to kill people. And that's pretty much all there is to the character. So he's not that interesting of a character in that regard. But once you find that he's more of a puppet behind Thanos, the story really starts to drive forward, and you kind of really understand the motives behind everybody. But when you see Thanos, he is intimidating, and you understand that he is a force to be reckoned with. You're waiting to see more of this character, and I hope they bring him in a lot more throughout the Marvel Universe, which I'm sure they will, and I just can't wait for that to actually happen. Now, the one thing that I really liked about this movie is that it really helped expand the Marvel Universe. Now, we already got a big taste of it through the Avengers and all the other movies. It's already a universe that we've had 9 previous movies, and this is the 10th one, and it opens up this whole new realm. The first 9 were all very grounded in Earth, and this takes it to space. The Final Frontier, right? And they were able to expand upon this great universe by adding this whole new set of civilizations and species and governments that we weren't previously aware of. So it just adds more for the fans to love, and if you're a fan, you're going to want more, and this is perfect for it. It's a whole new realm that we can become invested in and care about with all these new great characters that are going to play a much larger role in the future. And that's what we want from Marvel is more and more, and they keep giving and they keep delivering and they do a good job of it. thank you, Marvel, for doing that for us. And the last thing I think I want to mention about this movie is the soundtrack. It has this amazing soundtrack that Peter Quill brings with him from Earth called The Awesome Mix Volume 1. And it has this collection of great classic songs that that helps connect the viewer with this foreign element for us. You know, it's this new part of the galaxy that we're not aware to, and it brings these songs and gives us that familiarity with this universe and with what's happening on screen with the story and everything, and it helps us connect with these songs that we know and love. It grounds us and lets us connect to it on a more personal level by adding the emotion that music brings us. So all in all, Guardians of the Galaxy is a movie you have to add to your collection, especially if you are a fan of the Marvel Universe. It adds just so much more for us to get excited about and care about and really become focused on. It helps us understand that there's so much more than just the Avengers and S.H.I.E.L.D. There's a whole realm outside of Earth, and that everything is affected by what's going on in the Marvel Universe, and it really just gives more for fandom and excitement and looking for what's coming next from Marvel. So thank you for watching. Make sure to check out our website at lostlevel.com. You could like us on Facebook. We're The Lost Level there. Follow us on Twitter, The Lost Level. Make sure you listen to our podcast, The Lost Level Podcast. We also have our roundtables, which are spoiler-filled discussions of movies. Until next time, thank you for listening and watching. Bye.